Another update video on the Craftsman. Today we're going to be moving the back axle to get the pulley off. Just can't get it any higher. We're going to pull the transmission, move the tires. There we go. I'm going to fix this bracket. There's just a mounting bracket. Comes up there. Hooks into the transmission there. Some reason it broke. I took off the shifter already. Loosened these bolts off. Undid this mounting bolt. Mounting bolt on the other side. Belt's off. And the brake. I took that cable bar off. This goes from the front to the back. Just took it right off, so it's out of the way. It's a C-clip. Do not lose the C-clips. It's not that easy to replace those. And once you've washed all the grease and dirt, everything you don't want to be in the transmission off, if the pulley's stuck, best way to do is support it between two blocks and put 2 pieces of wood underneath the pulley and just tap out the center. I've got it moving a bit. I use the torch to heat it up a bit. I've just been using hammer and a punch. It should take a few more hits and it'll pop right out. There we go. Not too hot. I don't know what the issue was. This would not come off. I even bent the pulley a little bit. I was using a pulley puller. The way it works good. Some people heat it up and put wax on there. I didn't think I needed wax. It's not going to be that difficult. Now, I'm going to clean the shaft up a bit so it doesn't seize on the smaller pulley whenever I get that. And I'm gonna open it up. I think it's oil filled because of this plug, which I won't be able to lock it until I get more oil. Well, I can lock it, I just can't drive it until I get more oil. If it is, then I'll put it all back together. Back to you soon. Pop that plug out, and I'm pretty sure it is oil filled. The oil is quite thick and brown. Definitely gonna need an oil change. Get the fluid out of it. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be gear oil. About 90 weight. It's not that thin anymore. It's kind of gulping out very slowly. I'm not sure what to put back through it. So we're gonna measure what comes out. Put a little bit more than what came out back in, and we should be good. Because this is a 2000, I think, and it probably hasn't been changed in the 13, almost 14 years. We'll see how it goes, and once we open it up, throw some brake cleaner in there, clean it all out. And we'll start with the spider gears. Thing's still draining, so I can't open it up yet. It's propped back with some 2x4s propped against the barbecue. Tilt it back to get some more oil out of it. I started working on the bracket. I've ground this down into a V. And keep the weld on, I'm not going to grind it off. So I only need this bolt hole. I'm gonna weld that side and the other side. Might have to do some bending when I put it on, depending how straight it is. It looks fairly straight. Finished welding it. It's pretty straight. It's a nice big weld on it, on the bottom as well. Hopefully this thing will hold up for what I need. And snap off. There. Now we're going to open up this. Take a look. Getting the case open. I started at this corner, ground screwdriver in there, tap it in with the hammer, and pry it out. I worked my way around with this one, down around the side, as I worked around this side as well. It's all come loose now, and I have not broken. I'm going to flip it upside down. I think everything wants to stick with this side. So flip it around and see how it goes. Alright, back again. There we go. Yep, it was an oil, gear oil. Shifter. When you do take these apart, there is a ball bearing right down in there. You have to find that, or else you have no shifting capabilities. And also lodge yourself in there or in there, which you probably do not want ball bearing to go through this. I'm going to spray it with whatever brake cleaner I have left, clean it up the best that I can, and we'll see what we can do with the spider gears. Doing a little bit of work. I welded the end of these spider gears to the shaft because it's a real pain in the butt when the C-clip comes off and the shaft slides out. The C-clip gets mangled up in there. It's really annoying. Same with the other side. I also tacked the spider gears to lock them. I put the bowl gear in there. You got both your shafts in there, spider gears in there, everything lines up perfectly and spins. This is what you need to happen. Oh, it's really smoking. And then you go in there with the arc welder, you just tack it where the locker block is. You just tack it on there, and then make sure you cover everything that you do not need in rag, so you have a hole like that. Get in there. I don't make the best videos, but I've done this once from Furthest Front's video on locking it, and hasn't failed him, hasn't failed me yet. I've only done this one other time. So make sure you watch more than just one video. I'm going to weld this all up good and clean all the slag out. You can see it all down there. You clean everything out so you don't ruin any teeth. And we'll put it back together and see if it spins. I got this thing locked finally. It's still hot. You can see you weld both ends. Then you're going to have to grind down whatever gets in the way of them rotating. Try not to weld on any of the teeth. You should be good. You just got to cool it off, stick it back in there, you're good to go. Hopefully it doesn't explode on me. It's been a year of searching to find a 6-speed. Here we go. Snap posy. You spin this one. That one won't spin easily. It just won't rotate right now because of that. But if we do... Kind of get my hand there. See how it rotates. Both spinning together. Put my arm on this one. They still spin. When you do this, you have to make sure that everything fits in. And what most people have difficulties with is getting it back together after they weld. Right there. Right in there. There's this washer. But there's not enough clearance anymore for it. Oh wait. Yeah, we're gonna shove this one back on. Or I'm gonna put them both back on. But sometimes they're a lot thinner than this. Like paper thin. And you can take them out just to give you a little bit more playroom. But that's too much. We'll shove those back in there. I've gotten rid of almost everything bad in the case. I've wiped it down. Wiped that side down as well. Paper towel. Next thing is, when I get gear oil, pour it in this hole from the top, and we'll be ready to go. And we're done. Almost. I still gotta remove the transmission, separate it, put a sealant around it, put all the bolts back in. There's just enough to hold it together right now, because I need to move this thing around. But we can test it out. I put the keyway back in the tires, and spin this one. And that one spins. It's a little bit of play because it's just keyways. Yeah, just the keyways, but we have pausing. Oh, it took about 2 hours. I still gotta get another pulling this thing off for size issues. I think there's gonna be a 4 in the back, and I think I have a 6 or 7. Can't remember, but it's a decent sized pulley. Like that much smaller than this one. Yeah, this is gonna go in the front. You gotta figure out the belt. Maybe put tensioner pulley in. This thing's gonna go. We're already at these speeds in 6th gear. You pop the clutch. This thing will do a nice pop really, but this high. Pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you do decide to make it posy, do not weld on any machine surfaces, and do not just watch my video. There are many other videos out there. Make sure you watch more than one. I do this for the fun. I may not be the best at it, but it gets done.